You are watching Sound Candy Talk live. We also work on creating documents, feature stories, explainer videos, 3D animation, and anything media related. We also offer consultation on media related topics. Our work is timely, professional, and very affordable. So talk to us, soundcandytalk@gmail.com, or you can call us on 0780. Sound Candy Talk Live News.
Recruited is not already a member of an existing party, because the law is very clear. The Political Parties Act, one person cannot belong to more than one political party. So that is, we check if that person you have recruited already belongs to a party, then their enrollment into a party is rejected. Okay, but also number two, even where they don't belong to another party, we send a message to them. We have a bulk SMS a platform or system. We send a message to every person. Don't say how watu ni wengi or RPP hawezi kuwafikia. Technology is there to make things easy and to help us comply with the law and to give Kenyans the assurance that their details are not being abused as they would wish. So we send a message to every person you have recruited, whether they want to be recruited into a party, whether they've given consent to be recruited into a party. And we ask them to answer with a yes or no. If they say no, we do not add them into a party. If they say yes, we add them into a party. If they keep quiet, we assume even that number you enroll them with is not even their telephone number. So we assume they did not even get that message and therefore they have not consented. We do not add them to your party. Previously, parties would come here and say, I recruited 1,000 members, but ORPP took away 900 and only gave me 100. The 100 are the ones who are either not in other parties and they consented. So please make sure that you convince Kenyans, because data protection is at the core. And you need to also register as either data processors or data controllers, because you will be holding data for Kenyans. So you need to register with the Office of the Data Commissioner, so that you are registered as data controllers or data processors. ORPP is already registered as a data controller and a data processor. You also need to do the same. I would want to talk about membership. Please do not register members with an ID. I have an ID and a passport. Yeah. Do not register me, for example, assuming I'm not here, I'm just a Kenyan out there with my passport and an ID. And you think you've registered two people. You cannot cheat the system. You know, we work with the whole of government approach. We collaborate with other government agencies. So we have collaborated with the Office of the Registrar of Persons through an integration of the IPRS system, which they use. And so if you register a Kenyan, whether with the ID or with the passport, you know, the system will tell us this is one person or two people. So please make sure that you register the correct numbers, but also specifically on the issue of the special interest groups. I know Joy has talked about that, the youth, the women, the persons with disability, and the minority groups and marginalized groups. Please do not exclude anybody. Article 20 of the Constitution is very clear. Make sure that you put an extra effort, locate them and have them in your party membership register. You need to have everybody on board, in particular the youth. Okay, I know most of us, when we hear about the youth, the Gen Zs, we get a bit scared. Please bring them on board. Yeah, you need to hear them. This country cannot move forward with the youth behind us. The political parties you're registering have the potential of forming government in 2027 if you'll have met the timelines explained by Mr. Locha. So please make sure you bring the Gen Zs on board. They are the majority in this country. We cannot move forward minus them. the SIGs, disability is not inability. Okay, do not say that, this man is blind, this woman is blind, they need to come with a helper. So if we put them in our governing bodies, it will have an extra cost, because when I invite 20 people, 2 of them will come with assistance. So we'll have to make provision for 22. Yes, that is the price and the cost we have to pay for democracy and inclusivity. So please do not leave them out. Be very intentional. Come up with strategies that target them and bring them on board, and give them positions in leadership, because they have a contribution in the leadership. When it comes to offices, we have the registration policy. It tells you the minimum size of an office, where an office should be located. Okay, we have Kenyans of different faiths. Yeah, you cannot go and open an office next to a bar, or within a church, and then within a church compound, you get some space hived out for you for a party office, because probably an official is also a pastor and they have decided they are going to donate an office. If you have an office inside a church compound, what happens to the Muslims? If you have an office inside a mosque compound, what happens to the Christian? So please make sure that your offices are in neutral locations, safe locations, accessible to all. If you have an office on 2nd floor, 3rd floor, make sure that that office, there is either a lift or a ramp. Because if there's no lift, there's no ramp, and you have an office on 2nd floor, no matter how big or beautiful it is, we will reject it, because it is not accessible to the PWDs. So I think those are some of the concerns that you will need to address, even as you look for offices. You need to have also lease agreements, but all that you will find in the registration policy. So we will be communicating to you after this and giving you a guide on how you cross over to the next stage of full registration application. Having said that, we can continue talking until evening, because there's so much to share. But what I tell you is that you continue engaging with the Office of the Registrar, even after we've given you all the guidance. That's why our doors are open. We operate with an open door policy. We exist because you are there. We exist to serve you. We have registered 91 parties, fully registered, and many others in the pipeline. Hatujachoka. That's why we wake up in the morning, shower, dress up very smartly, and show up to come and serve you. So in case you get stuck, feel free, reach Mr. Locha, and he'll be able to facilitate you or direct you to the department where you will get assistance. Okay, so we will give you a list of you may just need to consult an officer on the ground near you. We'll give you all the locations of our officers on the ground, including their contacts, but that will come next. For now, I want to say once again, congratulations, and take this opportunity to invite our very own registrar, acting registrar, Madam Sophie, to address you, and immediately thereafter, I believe she will invite your comments. She's the chair. Then immediately thereafter, we'll go to the moment of the day to issue you with the certificates of professional registration, respectively, to the 2 parties. Now, it's my honor and privilege to invite Madam Sophie to make her remarks and usher us to the next phase of this event. Welcome, Madam Sophie.
Thank you, yeah, for the remarks, and the team for the good remarks. I'm happy that you've spoken about the Data Protection Act. I was a victim of that forced recruitment. I'll not say to which party, but one day when we were sending the SSD, and then you find that you're a member of a party. And funny enough, I think all the members of our household were in one party. So we knew definitely it was someone, either a photocopier or an M-Pesa shop around where we lived, because that was not possible. So I'm actually happy that we have now the stringent measures that you will not be forced into a party. Because I remember we were asking why we are forced to be members of the party and we cannot find ourselves on the party list. But that's just on a lighter note. I have remarks here. I'll stick to this because of the time. many of the issues here, you'll find that it's repetition, but I think it's important that we say them over and over again. One, because of the time, and two, because of the importance of the different steps. So just allow me to read the remarks as happened here. Assistant Registrar, Madam C.P. Olivia, heads of departments who are present, founding members of the two parties and the members present, and members of the fourth estate, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm pleased to preside over the formal issuance of provisional registration certificates to Vision for Development Alliance, that is VITA, and the Hekima Alliance Party, HAPA. Indeed, this is my first of such an assignment since assuming the role of the acting registrar of political parties. I must add that this gives me great joy. The two parties bring the total number of provisionally registered political parties to 18. These being the 17th and 18th parties to be provisionally registered in the country. Congratulations. I wish to appreciate the efforts of the registration docket led by the Assistant Registrar, Iebc, and the teams that did the name search and policy registration committee, and the registration, the records department, and the rest of the officers in this office who worked tirelessly and meticulously to process and guide the two parties through the particulars of reservation and eventual provisional registration. Indeed, I note with satisfaction the thoroughness of the entire process. I must add that I have been here for about 3 days, and the work is not easy. So that you're sitting here, well done. I congratulate the founding members of the parties on your achievement. Just to note that one of the oldest parties in Africa, the ANC of South Africa, was founded in 1912. Today, the ANC is 113 years old, making it Africa's oldest political party. You can emulate such solid party foundation and sustainability, even not being bigger and better than that. The ORPP, from our end, we will support you to walk that party and that path of democracy without difficulty. We will give you all the support needed to make sure you get to full registration and continued compliance throughout the existence. We hope that 13 years later, someone sitting here will say, will mention you among other parties as having been here. The provisional registration of VITA and HAPA shall lapse at the expiry of 270 days. This is important. You have this time from the dates indicated on the certificate. A provisionally registered party, just a reminder, shall not be entitled to participate in any election, including the slated by-elections, or to campaign for candidates. This is just a re-emphasis that has been said by CPF. Also, a provisionally registered political party shall be qualified to be fully registered upon the fulfillment of many issues, including the following: recruitment of members. The CPS said how and when, so I'll not go into that. Of course, in line with the Data Protection Act, establishment of the governing body, which has a national outlook and reflects the different specialties and diversities as have been mentioned, and the establishment of a head office and at least 24 branch offices in the county. If successful to full registration, you will be joining a league of parties in the country, all competing for power and identity. You must therefore seize the moment and differentiate yourself from the rest based on your ideological foundation. Upon issuance of the certificate, the two parties shall then exercise the following rights and privileges: addressing of public meetings to publicize your parties and recruit members, access to state security agencies, as has been said, access to media, of course, as you publicize and recruit members. And just a reminder that, as we have said, we want to see you full registered. So please do not contravene these mentioned rules and those that have been mentioned by other officers. Just to make sure that, and to see you to the end of this process, I will stop there and invite you to make a few comments as I look forward to giving you your certificates shortly and to seeing you fully registered and participating in the democracy of our country. Thank you for walking the journey and for complying with the registration requirements up to having this certificate. And once more, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Registrar. With your permission, I will now lead the two parties to give their comments and remarks in appreciation. So we'll start with, let me see which one is at the top. We'll start with VIDA, Vision for Development Alliance. Yeah, please welcome, take the floor. Let's just be concise in the interest of time.
Okay, thank you very much. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the office and in expression of my happiness for this exercise today. For VIDA, it has been a very, very long journey. Actually, we started way back 2021, and somewhere we got affected by the change of the Political Parties Act, and that we were required to register through IPPMS system to make such again. And we have gone this journey after we started, close now to 2 years. So, and the exercise has been vigorous. It is very serious exercise. It's not the way people think from outside. It's a very, very vigorous exercise. So that's why we are happy today as VIDA to achieve up to this. Today, I would also, on that, I've noted through back and forth that this office is truly as seriously compliant with the law, and that's why actually we got even to re-register. And I was asking the registrar, why don't you go? Because we passed all those stages, the name search, the slogan, the logo, and then you are telling us that we have to go back because of the change of the act. So on that, to be ISO certified in terms of compliance. Second, the last, I would like to thank you, the officers that you have interacted through the processes. I can attest and say that they are very helpful. And as Madam Assistant Registrar said, that you don't perform because you know someone. Actually, most of us, before we knew whether we can talk with someone, we were just dropping the document to the secretary and it was processed. So for that one, I can say that you are very helpful and very cooperative when need and assistance is required. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciation of our processes, very objective and equity and equality in our service delivery to all. Thank you very much. We started with Nderitu. We are receiving the certificate from Madam Sophia because the office is running. It had nothing to do with the individuals. Thank you very much. Now I want to invite the team leader from Hekima Alliance Party. I can see all the cameras are on you. Yeah. So please, I know you can, the team leader and the whole group, you can speak the whole afternoon, the whole morning afternoon, but kindly allow us to just make a few comments and remarks. And then after this, you can even hold a press conference. Thank you very much. Welcome. I can see Madam is ready. Welcome, Madam. I was just joking. So anyway, you have your own configuration, your own structure. So the team leader, welcome.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is Ridwan Sadiki. I'm the party leader, Hapa. I also want to thank the new team and the team which we have been working with. It has been quite tireless and quite interesting, and I'm really happy with the effectiveness and efficiency of the ORPP, and I'm happy of course, they've banned their midnight oil. I'm happy, Mr. Locha. We've been even talking up to Sundays, moving this vehicle where it is. So I really thank ORPP for the dedication they are having, and also to my team. There have been a lot of cooperation in terms of setting up, working up with the documentations and everything. I think today I'm so happy, and of course I was saying, I was telling my team today I'll not speak much because it's a day for celebration. I don't want to speak more, but I'm happy that I could have these words to say, because for me today it was to say thank you so much, ORPP, for granting us that provincial certificate. We are good. I can say we are good to go, and I beg to stop there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So just to add that, I think after this we are going to give a press statement here, just for you to know what HAPA is, and HAPA is ready because tuko hapa. Sasa tutafanya press statement hapa after kupata certificate.
Mko hapa na ndio nyinyi.
Me, I have a comment. Yes, Madam Registrar, Assistant Registrar, let me assure you that we are very happy for the path that you have taken us. And I want to assure you, you have a very strong team. I've met with many of the officers. They have guided us so well. And if it is possible, Madam Registrar, you can promote this people. Yes, we are proud of them. Your work is good. And that is why you find that things are going on well, because there is good management. Yes, so they are good managers and they are good people. And even you look at
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other comment before we quickly usher in the next step? Okay, just before we receive the certificate registrar, I think for the benefit of Kenyans who might get an opportunity to hear about this occasion, the registrar of political parties is the mandated office holder to register political parties. That's why there is the office of the registrar and there is the registrar. But in keeping with the spirit of objectivity, and that we do not have the registration determined by one person, we have the registration committee. It's a committee made up of 10 members drawn from different departments. So it is not one person who sits and says, I think I like this document or I don't like it, or this is how I want to apply the criteria or the requirements of law. It is a team of 10 members. And the chairman of that committee is not even the manager registration. Then we have now the registration department, which also works together with the committee. We have different departments coming in, records, ICT at different levels, all of them working together to making sure that the process has been properly followed, the law has been complied with, and that the registrar is properly guided and gets the correct recommendation. Yeah, that when she registers a party, that party has surely met all the requirements. So we are very objective, and the objectivity is not just spoken, it is structured. That's why we have the department and we have the committee, and we have, when we come to inspect your offices, we will even involve the field officers. We involved almost all the departments to come and inspect the offices, and therefore it cannot be one person deciding whether they like the name of the party or the founding members, we truly follow.
Why do farmers go for expensive credit? It's because they have to wait longer to get paid. So first of all, how do you solve money getting faster to the farmer? So that now we are not plugging the issue of farmers getting expensive credit because of waiting for their money, but you're plugging the issue of farmers getting credit to increase produce.
Agri is a solution for rural development. Agri is an off-taker of the excess labor we have, and out of that, we're going to have a shared.
We will move in this order. We will start with the Vision for Development Alliance, because that is how, even in the list, we just follow it listed like that, not in any order. Yeah, all parties are the same. So we'll have the members and the representatives from the Vision for Development Alliance party. We will move to the lounge where we have the setup. I believe, Mr. Mberia, the setup has been done, and then that's where we will issue the certificate. The other team, please remain in the room. However, the media, you can also join and also appreciate the effort of the VIDA party that has also come this far. So thank you. I think we just start to move in that order.
With the founding members, John, Lucy, Jafet.
Anyway, we eat like this space as much as we can. Yeah.
The seats.
So you can. So please receive it. The other people can witness. So you are the two of you? Yes. You can converse a little.
Thank you very much.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Just take a photo with them, just with them.
Just a minute.
Yes. It's okay. We'll take as many photos we have. Yes.
So please move at the video.
Just a minute. 1 minute.
Step forward. Just what? Step forward.
Okay. As we converse a bit, we have been instructed to converse a bit. We want to say that the registrar has issued this certificate. She has already said it, and this certificate is only one copy. The original is only one copy. Yes, and it is never reprinted. It was printed by the government printers. They are the ones that print our certificates. So this certificate is one as you receive it. Should you lose it, we will not be able to reprint another certificate for you. We can only give you a photocopy. The photocopy will not be as beautiful as this. So please keep it well, keep it well. And this is government property. You can see the government logo there or the emblem there. Please, it's a government property. Should you lose it, it is not your certificate you have lost. You've lost a government document. So you must report to the police. And once you have reported, you must come to us and tell us that you have lost the government certificate we gave you. Yes, so that now we can make arrangements. If it is to cancel, we cancel. If it is to replace with a photocopy, we replace. So please keep it well and safe. Do not soil it. Do not tear it. It will be an offense. Do not. And please keep it well. Do not drop it anywhere, because if it is picked, it means that you have lost a government document property. So keep it well. And this is the only document that signifies that you are a professionally registered political party. The moment you lose this certificate, you have lost the status you have attained today. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All the best.
Founding members.
I want the founding members, Mr. Locha, the founding members only first. The others can come later for the photos and for the handing over of the certificate. Is only the founding members.
Yes.
Vida. Andika kwa Vida hizi. Andika.
Also niandike jina hapa.
Are we okay? Yeah. Okay, please proceed. You can stretch your hand and also touch the certificates. You can stretch your hand and touch the certificate.
Two names, that's our ID. Write your ID. Signature. And then write
So
your
congratulations.
name here.
Congratulations. You are among the first parties to receive a certificate from Madam Sophie as the registrar. And we'll be saying this to the others, and we'll also remind you, please note that this is a government property, and this certificate is issued in original only one copy.
Your telephone number,
If you
mobile
lose it
number.
or anything happens to it and you cannot trace it, it is not in your hand. We will not replace it with another original. We'll only give you a certified copy. So please take good care of this certificate. It's a government property. If anything happen to it and you lose it, you must report to the police and also report to this office. Even if you do not want the copy, you must tell us that the certificate we gave you is no longer in your hands. Please handle it well. Do not soil it. Do not tear it. Do not deface it, because that is not allowed for a government document. So please handle it well. This is the only document you have to signify that you are a professionally registered party. All the benefits that you have been told by Mr. Locha that you can enjoy, you can only enjoy that when somebody asks you, you can only show them this certificate and say, we are doing all this because this certificate, okay, gives us that benefit. If you lose it, then you cannot enjoy the section 15 privileges, the rights and privileges of a professional political party under section 15 of the Political Parties Act. You cannot enjoy them. Should you lose this certificate, please keep it now. And you only have 270 days from the date of this certificate. What is the date of this certificate? 10th of July. Okay, so the 270 days start running from 10th of July. Within 270 days, you must have prepared your documents for full registration application under section 7 of the Political Parties Act. After 270 days, this certificate will expire, will lose its validity, and you will have lost your entitlement to continue with the registration process at that point. So please make sure that you do not celebrate for too long. Celebrate today, but tomorrow wear your boots and your gloves. Run, recruit members, look for officers, and also you make sure that you have your properly put together governing body, people who will help you, okay, to recruit and to meet the Section 7 requirements within the time frame given in law, 270 days. From me, the Assistant Registrar, once again I say congratulations and God bless you.
Thank you. For me, congratulations and it's the ground running.
Okay. So you will sign for the certificates. Yeah, this trip. So
this left forward so that
so you will send for the certificate. Don't run away. You go and do a press conference. Mr. Kazungu is ready, waiting for you as they come.
So that's okay.
Quickly.
don't move.
Just come for the photo first.
Come for the photo. And you can please display your certificate, yeah? Yeah, the front of it. Yes.
That's okay. The one is coming.
Yes, so you will get it on how to send for the certificates, and also the leaders, please, after you have signed, we want you to go and sign the registrar's visitors book. Remember, you are a visitor. So you will send your package to the people of the registrar's.
So the press conference was watu wa setup kama Kiswahili vipi? Songesha hiyo kitu.
Congratulations. But can we not use our flag? Because this is okay, sorry?
The Kenyan flag is on the side.
We'll ask Mr. Mbele to guide. Yes, yeah, kindly guide so that we do not breach the government.
Yeah, because it's now a party affair, right?
Yes.
It's a party affair.
Yes.
So we want to remove this banner.
Yeah. Please get them. Congratulations, all the best. All of them. Remember 270 days. God bless you. We are ready. Sit.
It'll be very simple. We just, you have the mic. You're going to say, call for people to register to become members of HAPA. That's the next step, isn't it? Naweza nikamtokea. Are you ready? This one. This is the statement. Hekima Alliance Party. HAPA. Hekima Alliance Party. Don't worry. When you are ready, I'm ready. Because I'm sure you are ready. I'm Professor Fred Ogola. I'm one of the founding members of Hekima Alliance Party. Today we want to talk to you about the Hekima Party ideology. The Hekima Party ideology is based on welfare state delivered through an economic model called evolve. Each of the letters of evolve has a meaning. So I start with the party ideology. Kenyans have been left out of economic participation of their own country. If all those left out came together, they will definitely win and form government. Kenya has only two tribes, the looted and the looters. When the looted come together and elect one of them, the looters, who are the minority, would have no place in Kenyan leadership. When those who cannot get health clearance, are unemployed, are on CRB, burdened by Fuliza, cannot afford any form of insurance, cannot offer their families 3 meals a day, are united together, they can change this country. Hekima Alliance is a political party that belongs to Kenyans. It won't be operated like someone's kiosk, where aspirants must carry a briefcase of money to someone's house or see someone's wife to get the party ticket. It is the people who will decide the nominee for the presidential candidate all the way to MCS. And that is where democracy will begin at the grassroots level, but not behind the scene deals. We have party leaders in Kenya who keep both the party tickets and party checkbooks under their mattresses. Hekima Alliance will ensure both the youths, women, new entrants, and professionals find it easy to join politics and thrive. Hekima will encourage Kenyan professionals and youth to participate in building this party so that it can be run professionally. We want to be the party, the leaders who can't carry well the party affairs, but expect to run the state. We're a party that believes that you are as good as your party when you are handed over with the trust of running a country. Hekima Alliance aspires to form the next government and shall hence demonstrate principles of good governance. In our registration process, when asked about what sets Hekima Alliance apart from others, it was very clear to us that we are a party that has the locus of control in parliament that can prevail upon the members of parliament to be pro-people by keeping party ideals in their debates in parliament, and also vote as per the sacrifice they have for the party ideology, but not sacrifice the party ideologies at the altar of brown envelopes in parliament. Now, I take you through the fiscal policy of Hekima Alliance. Hekima Alliance party ideology is based on a welfare state, where citizens' welfare becomes the main affairs of the state. Citizens' welfare includes healthcare, education, food security, national security, comfort in terms of both physical and software infrastructure. These will be delivered through what we call Evolve. So in Evolve is an acronym and a blueprint for the Hekima Alliance Party. We start with the letter E. E is for economic turnaround. This refers to reviving stalled economic sectors to spur economic development, such as textile industry, tea, dairy, hospital sector, tourism sector, coffee, apparel, sugar industry, and meat production. We need to resurrect the productive cooperatives such as meat cooperatives, sugar cooperatives, tea, coffee, and ensure that cooperatives can be productive again. V is for value generation. This is awakening the sleeping giants of the Kenyan economy. These include mining, digital economy, knowledge economy, the blue economy, particularly the maritime and shipping, and the mining sector, and the small business sector within the green economy. We're basically saying that we must keep the wheels of our aeroplanes up, wheels of our taxis and borders running. The economy works when the wheels of the economy is moving, but currently they have been kept in the parking lots, while the wheels that are moving are the wheels of corruption. We'll build the supply side of the economy, which will lower the interest rates, exchange rates, and inflation, hence increasing the purchasing power of the Kenya shilling. O is for optimizing talent. Under this pillar, we'll focus on making the best out of the youth talents, women, and the elderly. For the youth talent, we shall invest in youth-friendly economic sectors such as sports, music, arts, technology, such as AI. We'll harness the youth creativity to solve Kenyan challenges in education sector, health sector, agriculture, governance, among other priority areas. Will be through enhanced education in vocational training and skill development, and then leadership apprenticeship. L is for leverage on strategic partnerships. We shall run a transparent, accountable, and efficient government, which is the greatest foundation for attracting strategic partnerships. By establishing a clean and lean government, reducing bureaucracies, and streamlining systems, will position Kenya as a trusted development partner for NGOs, countries, foundations, development agencies, faith-based organizations, and make Africa a leading business hub. We have already mapped strategic partners to assist Kenya in critical areas such as education, healthcare, housing, agriculture, innovation, and climate resilience. V is for vulnerability management. In building our nation, we must move as fast as the slowest person. We cannot advance while leaving behind the vulnerable. Whether that is a neglected region like northeastern Kenya, lacking basic infrastructure, an unemployed youth in Mathare with untapped creative potential, or a fragile sector like small-scale farming, suffering from climate shocks. Vulnerability management means actively identifying, addressing, and protecting both vulnerable persons, such as widows in conflict-prone areas, single mothers in their daily struggle as single parents, persons with disability, and children on informal settlements, and vulnerable sectors like pastoralist communities affected by cattle rustling, or informal traders and businesses exposed to constant economic disruption and lack to access of credit. E, which is the last initial, environmental stewardship. We believe that the environment is not an inheritance from our ancestors, but a loan from the future generations. Our duty is to protect it, restore it, and wisely use it, not just for survival, but as a foundation for economic growth, climate resilience, and generational justice. For example, protecting the Mau forest preserves water towers that supply millions, while restoring Lake Victoria's ecosystem secures the livelihoods of local fishing communities. Supporting community-led tree planting in arid areas like Turkana not only fights desertation, but also creates green jobs. Investing in carbon credit system in reforestation zones like Kajiado or Mount Elgon can generate income for local people while combating climate change. Environmental stewardship is both a moral responsibility and a strategic investment. The land must sustain not only our generation, but those yet to be born. The last segment is about telling about Hekima's foreign policy. Our foreign policy is simple. We will always put Kenya first. Kenya will always be built by all Kenyans using Kenyan resources all the time. From our local raw materials in construction, to our skilled youth in technology, our professionals and business community, to our farmers and artisans powering local production. We will not allow foreign companies to flood our market with products that we can make here, Hapa. Now nor will we tolerate contracts that import labor while leaving our people jobless here, Hapa. In all international relations, trade agreements, and diplomatic partnerships, the interests of Kenya and its people will take priority. Our party stands for protectionist approach in sectors of the economy where we have competitive advantage, while being open to free trade in market areas where we lack competitive edge. Kenya's growth must be driven by Kenyan resources, Kenyan labor, and Kenyan ideas. That is why Hekima Alliance Party believes in Hekima Mashinani, Rasilimali Mashinani, Kisha Matunda Mashinani. For example, government vehicles are routinely serviced at Toyota Kenya at a cost of 300,000 shillings per month. That is 6.06 billion shillings per year. Money that flows straight back to Japan. Yet later, we go to Japan and borrow loans from the same country to fund development. In reality, we are simply buying back the same money we spent at a cost. This is economic colonialism disguised as partnership. We need Kenyan owners of garages to service these government vehicles in order to earn money that can be recycled back to the Kenyan economy, not expatriated back to foreign countries. Similarly, in infrastructure projects like roads, foreign companies, especially Chinese firms, are given multi-billion shilling contracts as primary contractors. These firms then subcontract Kenyans and squeeze them at the lower rates to do the actual work. This system turns us into economic slaves in our own country. We will build the roads, but the profits are repatriated abroad. This must end. We will ensure that national projects led by Kenyan firms using local talent and materials where possible. Foreign players can only participate if they add value through technology transfer, local job creation, and alignment with our national priorities, which includes industrial growth, youth employment, and sustainable development. Lastly, we'll also create an enabling environment for multinational corporations insofar as they will help in knowledge transfer, building our local industries, and human capacity building. This will produce more jobs and guarantee decent living and a dignified life for all Kenyans. We call upon all Kenyans to evolve with Hapa. I repeat, we call upon all Kenyans to evolve with Hapa. Tuko wapi?
Hapa.
Tuko wapi?
Hapa.
Asante sana. God bless you. God bless Kenya. So unless you have any questions for us.
Kutoka vijijini, mijini hadi jijini. Hii ni Sound Kanti Talk Live.
If you give us your name,
at Sound Kanti Talk, we help your event, trainings, shows, and so more to the world through internet broadcasting in UHD. We provide from one to several camera setups and integrate graphics to live in your live streams. For more information, contact us through +254 718 454585 or email at soundcandytalk@gmail.com. Reach on us. Tunazunguka kote kote mchana kutwa kukuletea taarifa na matokeo ya habari kutoka pembe zote za ulimwengu. Jioni tunaweka mduara wa kujadili taarifa zizo hizo kwa mapana na marefu. Ungana nasi kila siku ya wiki kwenye matukio ya siku.
Going to come to shortly. But I have to say this to you, and if I didn't, I will be lying to you. We have very fundamental challenges in our country right now. I, as somebody who has served before and served in a very sensitive responsibility, I hate to break it to you, but this is the truth. I think our country is very close to the cliff, and we are facing very, very serious challenges. When you see the level of violence in the country, when you see citizens hijacking a police vehicle and driving it around, the anger and pain and frustration down below is unprecedented. I have not seen it before. Those of you who have come from Kenya recently, you can bear me out on this. The population is angry, frustrated, and especially disappointed because of unfulfilled promises, constant piling of lie after lie, failure in critical sections of our society and our economy. You know the challenges we are facing now in the education sector, nearly chaotic. No one knows what's going to happen next. Capitation not going to schools. I am told, because I speak to a lot of principals these days, that the schools are going to close a bit early because of budgetary challenges and so on. All these are signs of state failure. But the one that worries me most, and the one that should worry you most, is one, that level of violence. And your Kenyans, I'll be very candid with you, how Mungiki, how Sungusungu, and all these violent groups came up is they started, first of all, because the former state failed, the informal state took over. So as a result of the violence and the recklessness that we have seen from the formal state, the vigilante industry is going to start growing. And if the vigilante industry grows, it means we are setting and moving to an element of anarchy. That happens when our leaders are making excuses, and saying, it is this tribe or that tribe. It is the Kikuyus who are trying to destroy government and so on. I said in public the other day when I was in Kiambu that, this has been essentially a history of excuses. In the first year of the administration, they said it's Uhuru and his administration that left us empty coffers, that didn't do anything, and so on. Whole year. The following year, it was Raila and Asmio and the Luos who are bringing maandamano and causing problems. Whole year gone. The third year, it is ni Wakikuyu wanataka kuharibu serikali. The fourth year, it will be ni Wakisi na Wakamba na Waluya wanataka kuharibu serikali, and so on and so forth.
Sound Candy Talk is timely, accurate, professional, and affordable. You have a complaint or compliment, any question concerning our broadcasting, contact us soundcandytalk@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X at Sound Candy Talk. Call us on 0718 45 45 85. You are watching Sound Candy Talk live. Sound Candy Talk live news.